Anthony Hartwig here with another Howland girls basketball player profile. We've heard from the seniors. Now let's hear from a sophomore and Mia Thomas, who has been running the point for the Tigers this year. Mia, thanks for coming on and talking to us today.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. And, you going into this year, it's going to be one of your years where you're going to have an opportunity to make some noise and do some things for this team. Talk about getting ready for this season and what it was like to know that this was kind of your moment and you were going to get a big opportunity to be a big part of this Howland girls basketball team.
From the start of the summer, we knew it was going to be kind of tough because we graduated 5 starters. But I think Coach Pounds, he's helped me. Like he's put a lot of trust in me, and I think that's helped me step into the role of being the point guard. At such a young age. So, and I think just the seniors, they've put their trust in me and everybody. So I think that really helped.
Yeah, you guys have great senior leaders, and they have been tremendous. We've been able to interview them both. But talk about as a point guard, you also have to be a leader out there. What's it been like for you as a sophomore to step into a little bit of a leadership role and to still kind of have those chops and to be able to lead this team? What's that been like for you?
It's definitely been hard at some points because it's a lot of pressure being the point guard and having
Mhm.
to control everything that happens on the court. And Coach Pounds puts a lot on me, saying like, when we're out there, like she's the coach, like whatever she says goes. So it's tough, but it's also I love that I love being able to control what happens and all that. So I think yeah, it's
You got to have confidence to have all that, right? So let's talk about where your confidence comes from. Where do you get your confidence from?
um my teammates for sure. If I miss a shot, they're just like keep shooting, and all the coaches, not just one of them, they all, I have sometimes I get a little bit down on myself, but they're all always there and they're like just keep shooting, keep your head up. So everybody around just always giving everybody confidence.
This team had to deal with some adversity to start. The first couple of games, especially the first two, really didn't go like the way you guys wanted it to. It would have been a really easy for this team to pack it in and say, well, we're just not going to have a good season. But you continue to work, and now you're playing really good basketball down the stretch of the season. Talk about what it was like to go through that adversity and still stay confident and still trust the process and now get to where you are now, where you're playing really good basketball at the end of the season.
Yeah, I think we all want to win as bad, like, and for each other. So I think we all just work 10 times harder each day because we don't have the oldest team. So it's hard to, compete with these older teams. But I think we all just work 10 times harder and everyone's pushing for each other. So I think that's why we're playing so good right now.
You have two seniors, no juniors, and then it's all on you and the sophomores and the freshmen. So, as a part of the sophomore class, what's it like knowing that you're going to be the veterans next year, and you have 2 more years after this year to kind of build a legacy and build a program? What's that like for you?
I think that helps a lot because it's like, this year obviously means a lot because of our two seniors, but we're building for the future. And so I think that helps us with being more confident in ourselves because we know this might be a rough year, but it's going to get better and we're going to be good when we get older. So I think that helps us.
I was at that senior night for you guys, and you were able to get a win for your seniors. As an underclassman, what was it like to be able to go out there, fight for your seniors, get a win over Boardman for your seniors on senior night?
It was awesome. We knew coming into that game and really that whole week we knew it was for Riley and Soph. So I knew I was playing as hard as I could, just all for them. I didn't want to worry about anything about me or it was just all we were just trying to win for them. So it felt good getting that done.
What I love about this team, and when I watch them, you guys play so loose. You know how to have fun. You know when to lock in when you have to, of course.
Mhm.
But there's such a kind of loose mentality to this team. What do you think helps you guys stay loose and play with a little bit of fun?
Um, Again, I think it's because we're all so young. Like we haven't like we're also and just the whole team's just so close. Like even out of basketball, so it's really easy. It's just like you're going out there and playing with your best friend. So it's like we always say, just go out and play. Don't think about it too much. So I think we know when it's time that we need to be serious and win, but we just try to have fun even during those serious moments.
So this basketball team is so close knit, like you said. Talk about some of the things that you guys do off the court that keeps the chemistry tight and that keeps you guys close to each other.
Um, there's not we don't do many. We do every year we do a scavenger hunt, which I'd always start like at the start of the season, so that always brings everybody like closer. But I think it's just I mean, you spend every day with the people, like those people, so it's like you have no choice but really to like them. And I think even like in school, like when we see each other, anybody, like we're always like, hey, what's up? Like, I think it's just those type of things that it's why we're so good and we play so good together.
Since you brought up while you were in school, let's talk about your school life sophomore year. A lot of people say it might be the hardest in high school because you're off of that freshman year where they're kind of easing you into high school, and now the reality hits. How's sophomore year treating you in the classroom?
Um, it's okay. I mean, honestly, to be honest, my school is not my biggest thing. Like, I do my best, but I'm not the smartest. But um, it's not as hard as people say. I would say
Mhm.
it's okay. I mean, it's some classes are harder than others, obviously, but it's pretty good.
Hey, I appreciate the honesty. What are some? Do you have some subjects that you do like that you do enjoy learning about?
Um, really weird, but I do enjoy English. Like, I really like writing. I think it's I don't know. History, I like history, and math, I hate math, so no. But yeah.
That's not weird at all. People that usually like English hate math. It's usually one or the other. Who are some of the teachers that you think have impacted you, whether it be in high school or back in middle school? Some of the teachers that you think really helped you along the way.
Um, Definitely this year I it's actually funny. I have Mr. Lee as a teacher in class and he's even after the Lakeview game, he was still like giving me advice and stuff. My math teacher actually Mrs. Planny, she's always, saying good game and stuff. And then my finance teacher, Mrs. Stevens, she always is just nice and asking how the games went and stuff. So I think those three really this year.
At least you have good math teachers, right?
Oh yeah, right.
When you think about some of the things that you do off the court, some of the hobbies that you have, maybe what are some things that you get involved in outside of basketball?
um I I mean, not really much. Basketball takes up a lot of my time, but I just like to hang out with my friends really and hang out with my family and stuff. That's about it.
Basketball does take up a lot of your time, and I know you work so hard at basketball, which means you have that motivating factor. You have that something the inside of you that drives you to work so hard. What's that for you? What gives you that fire?
Um, I think just because of how much work I've put in, it's like I want to see something like it pay off. So, and I think I mean my parents like they always push me every day. So I think playing for them, like not for them, but they motivate me a lot just to, keep putting in the work and all my teammates and coaches. So I think that's why.
Do you have any personal goals in basketball that you kind of want to do before you graduate, or things that you want to accomplish?
Honestly, just win as much as you can, and just have fun with my team.
That is great goals to have, and you are well on your way. Let's talk about some things in your family. Everyone's family is behind them, supporting them. What makes your family special to you and unique in your eyes?
I mean, my family, they're so supportive and they're always like helping me. My dad, especially, and my grandpa. My grandpa played in college at Clemson, so they're always, you know, not hard on me. But my dad is definitely very. He helps me a lot. Like he gives me advice after every game, and my grandpa, they always, sit me down and tell me this is what you need to do better. You did good. Like, so I think those things help me. And my brother, he's always, obviously being a brother, but he supports me a lot. So
I mean, dang, what's it like to have a family member that's a former big D1 athlete that
yeah.
played in the ACC at Clemson? What's that like?
Um, it's definitely crazy just thinking about it, like no way he played there, but he did, and it's definitely he helps. I mean, my grandpa he helps me a lot. Like we work out in the summer together, and even on days I don't have practice, like we'll just sit down and talk about things that he thinks I need to improve on, and just what will help me get better.
Did that turn your family into like big Clemson fans? Are you guys like rocking the Clemson attire all the time?
Honestly, it's only him. My dad and my family is huge Ohio State fans, so it's like a rival. It's like it's only him.
Didn't trickle down. Didn't He couldn't convince the fam. Okay, so when you think about the Coach Pounds, and you talked about the trust he put in you, just talk about more about what it means to be under him and what he's done to help you grow as a basketball player, and what makes him such a good coach.
Yeah, I mean, just again, like he puts so much trust in me. Like he'll come to me for things, like ask me what he thinks I like we should do, and like I know that if I can give him advice on things. Like we have a strong bond, and it's just even like outside of the court, like he's always joking around. Like it's really fun to play for him because even if we lose a game, obviously he's upset, but the next day at practice, it's like he's still joking around. Like it's not like he's gonna be mad at us for the rest of the week because we lost one game. So he's a really good coach, and he brings out a lot of confidence in me. So
All right, I want to get to know you a little bit off the court before we end this interview. Some off the wall questions just to get to know you. First question is: I know you're at that age where you're starting to get starting to get your license, starting to get your permit. Do you have a dream car out there? A car that, like, if money wasn't a factor, if you could have any car in the world, you'd have this car. Do you have one?
um I don't know. I like Broncos a lot. I think
Mhm.
I really like them. I don't know. I'm not really big into the car thing. Like I don't really look at them too much, so I don't know.
Do you have like a color, like a car color that you really like?
Honestly, I'm gonna be basic and say white.
Nothing wrong with that. What is your favorite kind of post game meal to celebrate a big win?
It's okay. So even like during my soccer season, me and my dad, we'd go to Chick-fil-A after every
Mm,
home game, and I don't know, like we do it after basketball. Like we just Chick-fil-A.
it's a good thing you don't play on Sundays.
I know.
Um, what's the order at Chick-fil-A?
It changes, but most of the time, just some chicken nuggets and fries and a
I
Coke.
think I think Chick-fil-A has very underrated milkshakes. Where do you rank the
I think
milkshakes at Chick-fil-A for the fast food milkshakes?
I think they're definitely top five. I like
I like it.
vanilla. I like the vanilla milkshakes.
When you think about your guilty pleasure kind of desserts, since we're talking about milkshakes, what are those unhealthy snacks that you like to eat?
Ice cream. Ice cream is my number one.
Do you
Brownies,
have a favorite
cookies,
flavor?
vanilla.
Basic. I like it. Hey, I'm the same way. Everyone makes fun of my diet because it's basic, so we're like that. Okay. So when you think about superstitions or routines that you kind of have to feel like you have, do you have any of those before a game?
um, I don't know. I know I watched Sophia's interview and she said the thing about the AirPods and the TikToks. I
Hmm.
think that's about what I do too. I mean, I always get Starbucks before our games, so I think that's something.
What's
TikToks.
the what's the Starbucks before the game?
Oh, it's a strawberry acai refresher
Every time?
every time.
That's a superstition. I'll take it. I'll take it for sure. What's your favorite sport to go and watch and be a part of the student section for?
So our football team is very bad, but the games are fun, and being in the student section is fun. The boys' basketball games are fun.
Oh
So,
man, football players that watch this, I'm sorry. She's throwing shade. When you think about some of your favorite kind of family activities or traditions that you have, or maybe vacation spots, well, let's hit some of those. Let's start with tradition. You have any family traditions that you like?
um, so we don't do many traditions, but I think just being like a bunch of my family on my dad's side is moved
Mhm.
away now, but I think all like a lot of my cousins, but I think just like when everyone comes together for holidays and on my mom's side and stuff. So I think just being together for
Mhm.
holidays is just one of my favorite things, and yeah.
What about favorite vacation spot?
I love Florida. I
Mm.
would go to Florida. I would live in Florida if I could.
What's one spot that you've never been on vacation to that you would like to go?
Hawaii.
Hawaii. See, you're going tropical. I
Mhm.
like it, especially in these winter months. You want to
Oh
be
yeah.
tropical. Mia, one of the way we end these player profiles, we like to give the player the chance to take the limelight off themselves and shine on the people in their life that have supported them, that get them to where they are. So I want to give you the time to give out some thank yous and some shout outs to the people in your life that you think really deserve it.
I mean, first I want to thank my parents obviously for everything they do. I wouldn't be here without them. My brother for always being my biggest supporter. All my family for always coming to my games. All my teammates throughout the years, all my coaches, Coach Pound specifically, and just a special shout out to Riley and Soph because I think they really helped me this year, and I don't think any of us on the team, especially me, would be here like in the position we are without them. So yeah.
Mia, we want to thank you so much for taking the time to join us and talking to us about your year. We appreciate it. We wish you the best of luck. You know, we'll be covering you your whole career, so this probably won't be the last interview you do. We'd love to have you on again, so we'll talk to you real soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.